Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Request, repay, repeat with Ariza's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it, accessed using your debit card and managed using AMI, Ariza's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
The reason for your happiness, peace of mind, and smile. The caring companion that supports you with your goals. Your ally in the fulfillment of your dreams. Think of us as someone you share your life with. Your friend Ami. Ariza mobile and internet experience, keeping you in touch and in the know on your journey to financial freedom. Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
Your financial freedom, your future. We want to say hello and welcome to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson and we are coming to you live from the Spice of the Caribbean. There's a young girl who is missing and the authorities are looking to you for help in finding her. We'll talk to you more about that in a moment. So the movement ready to launch and they have set a date for that launch, says the leader of the new political party. CCCI, they continue their community consultations regarding the UK SIF project in Concord. Quite a bit of work has been done there. Prime Minister jokes about snap elections. We'll talk to you about that. However, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, in just a couple of weeks, they will be going to the polls. All right, so brace yourself. We'll talk to you more when we return. This is Mikey Live. Again, news discussed, not told. Headlines brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts, Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, Real Value, IGA Supermarket. We've got superb distributors. We've got the Big Insurance. We've got the Riser Credit Union and all the other sponsors on board. Thank you. We take a short break and we'll be back.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Shop with confidence at Courts. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Sisson's got you covered this Christmas. From ceiling to floor, from outside to inside, Sisson's is formulated to bring out our true Caribbean flair. Get 20% off Sisson's Ceiling White, Easy Clean, and Sisson's Aquaflow paints. Plus, every Sisson's purchase is an entry to win the grand prize of a 65-inch TV. Just scan the QR code, attach a picture of your receipt, and you are entered to win. Promotion runs October 1st to December 20th, 2025. Sisson's, good looks that last.
All right, yes, Sissons, they've got good looks, they say, that will always last. So there's a young girl who is missing, and the authorities, they are looking to you for help in locating her. Her picture is on your screen, so if you have seen that young girl anywhere, or you know about her whereabouts, you're asked to please contact the police. Contact the nearest police station. You can also call 911 and provide that information. All right, now this young girl left her home on Tuesday, 28th October and has not returned since. Her name is Desiree Williams, or Desire. All right, and anyone who has seen her, please contact the nearest police station, contact the emergency, or you can call 440-3921. Okay, you can also call the Community Relations Department, 405-5324, and of course just help her parents, loved ones, caregivers, everybody. They are really worried about her. She is only 15 years old. Only 15 years old. All right, so please, 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 please help where you can. Right, so we were telling you about, let's go politics now, boy. Yes. So, MP Peter David, after about a year of hinting, says he's about to formally launch his political party called the Movement, an opposition political organization that he is heading. Says that the People's Movement describes the organization. It will be launched Sunday, November 16th at the Grenada Trade Center, Montrouge. He says that we are careful not to say the people are launching a party because this is too limiting. It is a first-rate movement inspired by dreams and determination, by prayer and purpose. According to Peter David, he says, so the Grenada Trade Center in St. George is going to be the place for that launch on Sunday. We would formally unveil the vision, he added, and seems to be very excited about this.
And so, in the name of the people who have demanded it, I, as only one of the standard bearers, have the honor of announcing that on Sunday, November 16th, we start the harvest. We are careful not to say the people are launching a party because this is too limiting. It is a first-rate movement inspired by dreams and determination, by prayer and purpose. So at the Grenada Trade Center in St. George's on that Sunday, we will formally unveil the vision. All are invited, for this is a distinctively Grenadian project being done in your name. And so,
all right, that's Peter David, MP Peter David, ready for the business. Things are heating up. Yesterday too, the NMP, they had a meeting as well, and they were talking a lot about what was happening in the parliament, things that are happening in Grenada in general, and preparing their base as well, and encouraging the Prime Minister to call the date for elections. Just go ahead and do the business. They want, they believe that they have a good chance of retaining regaining their position, all right, in the next general elections. That's the NNP. On the other side of things, the Prime Minister, they had a town hall meeting. Yes, they had a town hall meeting last night. I think that was at the Deluxe Cinema. Yes, that happened in Grenville, and they were encouraging people, get up, get ready. I think the Prime Minister, to the effect, something like he was saying, they are confident that they are moving the country forward.
So I'll ask for a minute of silence before we get back to the talking. Thank you very much.
They are confident that they are moving the country forward. And he jokingly says, well, if you so believe that we have done our job and we have taken things from one stage to the next, then just tell me so that I can say, well, the business within the next, how many days? 21 days or something like that. This was at the end of his presentation.
You were in Nassages when Lyndon and the team touched down, when they were presented with their checks. So we are making good, not just Lyndon and the team, the swimmers. We even gave a token of appreciation to a doctor who went to the Olympics, the first Grenadian doctor to represent us at the Olympics. The coaches establishing a cannabis industry. Brothers and sisters, we are going to be taking the bill to Parliament shortly. We are in the stage, and we hope that within a week that the final draft of the bill will be presented to the public for debate, scrutiny, and extensive discussion. It has taken a while because even within the cabinet there's been a lot of discussion, a lot of debate, as you would naturally understand on a topic like this. But the draft bill is almost complete. We will be circulating it far and wide for discussion, and then we will take it to Parliament for debate and for passage. Establishing a cultural and creative economy. Well, the Office of the Creative Affairs has been created, and they have done significant work there. Many of you don't know, but a lot of persons were given an opportunity to improve their vocal range, their singing, investment in some of the studios that are producing the calypso music and so on. So when you see the great music that took place for Carnival, it's not by accident. It is because we are supporting our creatives, right? They have grants at GDB. They have soft loans at GDB. Courses are being taught at TAMCC. The Attorney General is here. We are working with WIPO to strengthen intellectual property and to protect our artists and other cultural persons. Vaughan has been made a cultural ambassador in association with WIPO. So we are not just, we are in discussions with some of our brothers and sisters in Ghana and in Nigeria to bring their sewing talents to Grenada, so that all them suit all you like to see me in, we could start producing some of them in Grenada. So this is the summary page in our manifesto. Page 4 or 5 or 6. Let me see, page 10 and 11. So you can go back and take the manifesto. You could do your own accounting about whether or not we have moved Grenada forward. And if you're satisfied that we moved Grenada forward, then tell me, call the thing in 21 days. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. And so that basically
is the comment at the end of his presentation that has a lot of people wondering and talking. You know, for the people who might not have seen the comment themselves, they might be wondering, what is all this talk about? Is Grenada having an election? Where can I see that official statement that was made regarding when the election is going to be had? It's basically based on that clip that you just saw, and then there were some other individuals, also other party members who, wrote about it also on the social media page. But yeah, I would think it was just a light joke in a sense, and a tease in other words. So then they had the question and answer segment at that session that was held yesterday at the Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. And like I said, although the PM here has teased about it, the PM in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is making no joke about it. He has called he rung the bell. And so the polls, the election will be taking place on the 27th of November in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All right, so we are moving on. So all you like anything, or are you ready for the thing? Ting-a-ling-a-ling, school bell ring. All right, I have a bet. I made a bet. If I win that bet, I share in money like crazy. In terms of what my prediction will be as it relates to when the elections will be called. I bet it. I made a bet, and I'm holding firm to my belief. So we are moving on. If you go up the Concord area, you'll see that they're doing a lot of work hunting them, like you're seeing in Grandans and on the cliff and those areas. So what I can tell you relating to Concord, Consolidated Contractors Company Caribbean Inc. Now listen, stop it. Just say C's. C's I. 4 C's, Consolidated Contractors Company Caribbean Inc. CCCCI. The contractor for Lot 1 of the UK Southern St. George Water Supply Expansion Project hosted another important community consultation meeting, and that was to provide the stakeholders in the Concord community with important updates on the status of the construction work currently underway, and on the implementation. The community consultation meetings are a key part of the CCCCI's commitment to transparent and proactive engagement with both the local community and its project stakeholders. Now, the latest installment in the ongoing consultation meetings for the Concord community was held on October 13, 2025, and this consultation meeting provided comprehensive, they say, updates on the project's activities and open dialogue about the upcoming phases of the construction work. And that's key, because people would want to know how much longer will their lives and livelihood be affected, you understand, and how they can plan around that. So it is very, very, very important to hold those consultations, all right? So we are right on that one. Yes. William. We are moving on. So not much happening here locally, but so many things are happening in the Caribbean. The U.S. announcing once more that they have killed more people out there. Well, you guys know how I feel about that. But interestingly, boy, this morning, boy, a youth, going to school, Guyana and a dog, on the pedestrian cross. Oh my God. So look at what happened. If you're very sensitive to incidents, then you could just do chill, you understand? But take a look at this. It's really heartbreaking to see how this one played off in Guyana. Have a look. Watch the youth on the pedestrian about to make the move. Look at that oncoming vehicle right there. He steps onto the pedestrian, but the vehicle doesn't seem to see him and hit him. All right, that vehicle was driven by a police officer who's been since in custody. look at it again from a wider angle. So the youth is there, he's on the pedestrian, steps in. All right, he looks one direction and it goes across. And the vehicle picks him up. There were some people who were passing by who ran to his aid, but he was later pronounced dead, a student. You know, really, 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 really heartbreaking incident there. You know, and there are a lot of speculations on as to who's right and who's wrong. I don't know, but first of all, that highway or whatever it is, that's confusing because you have the lane that the side of the road that he just came from, you have traffic going in one direction. And then the other one that he just stepped into, traffic going the opposite direction. Well, the lane closest to him is going in one direction, consistent to the one that he just came from, and the farther lane goes in the other. Now, this is crazy to start off with. So let's start there. That arrangement on that apparent highway is bizarre to say the least, because I can see how this student is thinking that traffic is only going to be coming to him, and that is why he never looked to the right. All right? Because he's seeing that, the traffic is coming to him from the left now. You understand? That's how it is in Grenada. That's how it is in most places that you go. But there is a difference in this lane that he just got hit. You understand? And so that's one thing already. Secondly, the fact that that driver did not swerve or react to seeing a pedestrian on the pedestrian cross suggests that they might not have been paying much attention. You know, because they didn't react to it. And look. When the child got hit, that car went a whole distance before it stopped, out of the frame, in fact. You understand? Somebody said, well, they look like they were speeding. I don't know. Might be driving a little faster than the others, but I don't know. I can't say that they were speeding. And then even when you're speeding, right, to me, you are a little more alert. Yeah? So you see the youth, you hit the youth, you stop one time. That car went a good distance before it stopped. Consistent with not paying attention, because you know when you're not paying attention, or you didn't see. Because when that happens, you just hear a noise and you wonder what just happened, and you continue to drive in the sense. But just decide to stop anyway. And that's what it seemed like. But anyway, the authorities have decided to detain, in a sense, the officer as they do their investigation. Well, luckily, there is surveillance footage for that particular incident. And so it might not be too difficult for the authorities to have a look at this and say, okay, well, we have enough to determine who's at fault here. But that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. You send a child to school and this is how you see, that your child has died, and the evidence is there to show. It's really heartbreaking to see this happen in that particular manner. Yep. Yep. So in the situation with Jamaica, boy, the people of Jamaica are now counting the losses, like vegetation, livestock, loss of life. They're still trying to figure out how many people died. Oh, sorry. And also now trying to see if they can get the international community to help, to contribute aid and all of that, and people, human resource to help pick the pieces up and start to rebuild Jamaica. Jamaica has had the worst hurricane. This hurricane was the worst to make landfall in 90 years. So it's a minute. Many people who are alive now never experienced a hurricane of that magnitude. You would think that you experienced the worst when you saw Hurricane Ivan or whatever hurricane or hurricanes you might have experienced. According to the data, they are saying that this is the worst hurricane to make landfall in about 90 years. And that's done almost a century. And so that speaks for itself. That is crazy. But anyway, thank God. It was bad, but I think Jamaica did well. Although they are still trying to get to the numbers and assess the extent of the damage, but at least I don't think there were widespread casualties. There were casualties, but I think it could have been worse. And despite some of the footage that you might have seen online, a lot of Jamaicans did heed the call and they take cover. You understand? They took cover. So that is good. There are other stories coming out of Jamaica about these people in the hotel, these Americans complaining about the meals that they have been fed in the hotels. So I think that is rubbing a lot of people off the wrong way. Because if you go to Twitter, if you go to, not Twitter, X, and if you go to TikTok, and even Facebook, you'll see those videos trending. And responses to those videos trending as well. There are things that are being said that I cannot even repeat on the business. That's how bad it is. All right, people just disgusted by some of the comments and things that they're seeing being made out there about, hotel, look at what the hotel feeding us, and this is, all-inclusive hotel and yada, yada, yada. Listen, and people just not having it. They're like, y'all, are you guys crazy? The country just experienced one of them people say they go to I'm biting from the shop next door. Like, what? What shop are you talking about? I tell you, them people complaining, food look nice. Food look nice. I think Sunday meal. Sunday meal. And then people complaining. People are spoiled. Sometimes when you have it too easy, you lose your respect. You lose this sight of the sacrifices that are being made to consistently give you good. You understand? And then you have some people like that, they spoiled rotten. They have gotten it so good for so long. You understand? So good for so long that, they keep raising the expectation. And the moment you can't deliver properly because of something that has happened, something that changed the dynamics, you're the worst. You understand? They dwell when there's a little shift in the consistency, if you understand what I'm saying. But when it's good and it's great, nobody talks about it. Nobody gives you, the recognition for what you have been doing and consistently doing it to their satisfaction. You understand? But wallow in anger and disappointment. When the consistency bends, it don't even break. When the consistency bends, you understand? They spoil. The people complaining, I'm in a 5-star hotel. No, this is 5-star, she said? No, all-inclusive. 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 But hurricane coming on, hurricane come. So things change a little bit. You have chosen the place because you understand that they do it and they do it well and doing it and doing it well. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. Hurricane come. Nothing they could do about it. You're lucky it's not warm, fry warm, they get it. A roast warm. And people complain about this and that. I mean, it's okay to feel a certain kind of way, but my God, man, to the extent that you go on social media and complaining and ridiculing what the staff has put together, nonsense. So anyway, let me go to the weather here, Papi. So, weather is expected to be partly cloudy with light to moderate showers and a low chance of isolated thunderstorms after midnight. So we have gas and water. Tonight's minimum temperature just around 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour, with seas moderate, with waves up 4 to 6 feet in open waters. All right. Now tomorrow, tomorrow, and we outside tomorrow, dog. We outside tomorrow. Weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with light to moderate scattered showers and a possible isolated thunderstorms improving by evening. A low chance of flash floods in vulnerable areas. Max temp 30.5 degrees Celsius, minimum 24.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate to slightly rough with waves 6 to 8 feet in easterly swells. And a marine advisory will be in effect for tomorrow as well, so pay attention to that. Again, there's a low chance of flash flooding in vulnerable areas for tomorrow, Friday, as the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with light to moderate scattered showers and possible isolated thunderstorms improving in evening time. So by morning time, you'll get some water. You understand? But by later on, so things should things go nice up. Okay, folks? So here's what we want to do. We want to big up a few people on the business. And after we big up the people on the business, we've got for you the national report. So Bermuda, Java, Diana, it's Clovey, Wagwan, Jacinta, Adonna again, Michelle, Celine, Suzanne, Hillary, Marcus, what's going on? Valerie. What do you observe with Clovey? I missed what you observe. I just see you say you observe. Oh, I know, right? Java, you good? Karen, Wagwan. Karen, you good? Ian, you good? All right. So, I mean, blessings to y'all. Alicia, Wagwan. Have a long day tomorrow. I hope I will come on tomorrow. I've got a long day tomorrow. God's willing. Let's see if we can balance ourselves. Okay, it's Clovey. Wouldn't. All right. Who else? Yvonne. Hola, big up everybody already. Got the same names I've seen coming over. Eunice. Wagwan. Easy. Easy peasy. All right, so folks, let me just take a quick break and come back. And when I come back, it's coming straight back. Cinda, Wagwan. When I come back, it's straight into the national report. They say, Mikey, don't make the national report too long tonight. I don't have no control over it. All right, let me tell you the length. Let me seriously tell you the length of the national report tonight. The national report for tonight, I sound like Latour. Yeah, so the national report for tonight will... NASA! I take my child glass to drink some water. Oh, you won't see. Oh, that's cool. Look at this. There's a ghost glass in my house. Isn't that cool? Check it out. A ghost glass. Now, you don't get that in stores anywhere. And I can tell you, what do you think is happening here? Anywhere I put the glass, it adapts the color of my background. For those of you who are aware of technology, you will fully well understand what's happening here. All right? Look at this. And that's sometimes how magicians make things disappear. Oh, gosh. Yeah. And if I drink the water in this glass, it makes me disappear. Look at that. It's quite intriguing, right? I can tell you what's happening there, but I don't want to. Okay? So, anywho's, the national report for tonight is dum 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 53 minutes long. My goodness. Like GIS paying a light bill. Anyway. So folks, I'll have to Nova Null Wagwan. You good? All right. So that's the length of the national report for tonight. So study your head, if you know what I mean. Study your head. So we're taking a break, and we're coming back. And when we come back, Denise, Magwan. So I don't know. Somebody say bye bye. Valerie say bye bye. No, you could go after the ads, but no, after the ad. But don't go. Anyway, guys, take care. Let's give you your national report.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
To meet the growing water demand in the south of the island, NAWASA, in collaboration with the Caribbean Development Bank through the UK Caribbean Infrastructure Fund, is implementing the Southern St. George's Water Supply Expansion Project. This project is designed to improve water quality, ensure a consistent supply, and protect our environment for future generations. We are upgrading our water supply system by replacing aging infrastructure, constructing new storage tanks, and installing advanced monitoring equipment. There will be dust, noise, and traffic inconveniences. We appreciate your patience during the construction phase. We believe in the power of community engagement. Your voice matters. Your input is essential. Want to learn more? Get involved. Attend our public meetings. Follow us on NAWASA's social media and share your feedback. Reliable, safe drinking water means a healthier, better quality of life for all. Together, we're securing a better water future for Grenada. Join us on this journey. This project is made possible through the collaborative efforts of the Government of Grenada, the Caribbean Development Bank, and the Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office of the United Kingdom, with grant funding from the UK Caribbean Infrastructure Partnership Fund.
Request, repay, repeat with Ariza's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it, accessed using your debit card, and managed using AMI, Ariza's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. all right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
The reason for your happiness, peace of mind, and smile. The caring companion that supports you with your goals. Your ally in the fulfillment of your dreams. Think of us as someone you share your life with. Your friend Ami, a Risa mobile and internet experience, keeping you in touch and in the know on your journey to financial freedom. A Risa Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
This is the GIS News for Thursday, October 30th, 2025. I am Rakisha St. Louis. Coming up in the news, Prime Minister and his cabinet colleagues commenced the distribution of Dangote cricket kits to schools and clubs. And Grenada stands ready to support countries ravaged by Hurricane Melissa. We'll have details to these stories and more when we return.
Climate change doesn't adhere to a specific time frame. It fuels multiple hazard events, from hurricanes and flooding to heat waves and landslides. These events may occur back-to-back or simultaneously, creating compounded risks for our communities. Preparedness must go beyond one season or one threat. Preparedness must be year-round and multi-hazard focused. Preparedness is resilience. Preparedness begins with you.
A message from the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA.
I'm a VIP. I'm vaccinated. I'm a VIP. I'm immunized.
As a parent, it is my responsibility to care and protect my children. It is my responsibility to ensure they are safeguarded at all times. It is the same for you to safeguard your children by keeping them on their vaccination and immunization schedule. Make them a VIP, vaccinated, immunized, and protected. I am Pinky Fabulous. I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell, along with other government officials, including the Minister for Youth and Sports, Honorable Dilma Thomas, has commenced the distribution of 1,000 Go Win Dangote cricket kits. The initiative, titled Equipping the Future of the Game and themed Empowering Dreams Through Cricket, aims to strengthen grassroots sports development across Grenada. Valued at over $100,000, the kits were made possible through the generous contribution of Nigerian businessman Mr. Aliko Dangote. The distribution underscores the government's continued commitment to youth and sports development, creating pathways for talent, discipline, and national pride. Cricket kits were distributed to schools, students, and clubs across the island, ensuring they have the necessary tools to excel in the sport while nurturing teamwork, perseverance, and excellence, qualities that define the spirit of every Grenadian.
When I grew up, I attended the St. David's RC school as well, and we had a very small ground, and we played a lot of cricket as well. And I learned a lot of lessons about cricket. So for example, I learned that sometimes when people lose, they don't handle it so well. Sometimes they get upset, they want to take the stumps and run with the stumps, they want to take and run with the ball, and you have to find ways to go back and talk to them and say, no, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. So you have to understand that. You wouldn't always win in life, sometimes you lose, and you have to cry and think and plan and go back and practice and get better the next day so that you could win the match. And so you have to learn how to handle losses, you have to learn how to support somebody who loses, and then you have to learn to celebrate with those who win so that we can build teamwork and build team spirit. So I just came from the West Hall Secondary School, and I announced that we're going to be having a little cricket competition in St. David's. Now that amongst the schools, now that we have all these years, we've got coaches coming in schools to make sure that they can teach you. And I want to ensure that we can encourage you to continue playing. When I was growing up, we played cricket, but we didn't have cricket kits. We used to have to make the ball. We used to put a stone in plastic and melt plastic and roll it to create a hard ball so that we can play with. We used to take the palm trees and the coconut trees, and when they were dry, we'd take a cutlass and we'd make a cricket bat out of it and we'd play. We had no stumps. We'd break a branch, stick it in the ground or stick it on the sand, and then we would bowl. So now we have high-tech, state-of-the-art cricket gears, so we want to make sure that our performance is also high-tech and state-of-the-art and that we're successful.
Our Prime Minister, do you know that our Prime Minister normally travels abroad? Yes, he travels abroad, and when he travels abroad, he's looking for assistance for the country. And last year, when he traveled, it was his birthday, as we stated, and he asked for gift for the children. It's more than his love for cricket, but it's a love for children involvement in sports. Because you see, as children and as humans, we were made to move.
Good job.
Government of Grenada, through the thoughtfulness of the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, our Prime Minister, who went out of his way to seek your interest. He could have asked for many other things, but he thought of asking for that. And so, Honorable Dilma Thomas, heartfelt thank you to you.
The Grenada Athletic Association officially launched the 53rd Carafter Games 2026 at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. The event celebrates Caribbean youth talent and regional unity with support from government officials, NACAC representatives, sponsors, and local organizers. The Games, scheduled for April 4th to the 6th, 2026, aim to showcase top young athletes through exciting track and field events, highlighting Grenada's pride and commitment to fostering future sports stars. Sheria Noel has the details in this report.
The Grenada Athletic Association officially launched the much-anticipated 53rd Carifta Games on Thursday, igniting excitement and national pride during a memorable ceremony held at the VIP lounge on Level 2 of the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Under the inspiring theme, Passion Drives Performance, the event marks a significant milestone as Grenada prepares to host the region's premier youth athletics competition from April 4th to 6th, 2026. The launch event brought together a host of distinguished guests, sports enthusiasts and stakeholders committed to showcasing the best of the Caribbean talent. Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Senator Sybil Francis, delivered an inspiring address, emphasizing the importance of nurturing young athletes and fostering regional unity through sports. She also highlighted government's investment of $1 million through the National Lotteries Authority to Carifta preparation.
This is an investment that reflects our recognition that sports is a driver of national development, youth empowerment, and regional pride. This funding will assist in, among other things, the preparation of athletes and infrastructure, support logistical and technical readiness of Team Grenada. Tremendous benefits are in store for our little but powerful island, not just economically, but culturally.
Mr. Brendan Williams, a council member of the North American, Central American and Caribbean Athletics NACAC, reaffirmed their support for the upcoming Games, highlighting the event's role in developing future athletic stars across the Caribbean. The Carifta Games are more than just a competition. They are a celebration of our youth, our passion and our potential, he stated.
It is here that the world first glimpsed the brilliance of legends from Usain Bolt to Shawnee Miller-Weibo, from Kirani James to Thea Lafont, athletes who have carried the Carifta spirit onto the global stage. Grenada, the Spice Isle, has long been a proud contribution to this athletic legacy. And today, we celebrate your remarkable commitment to that legacy. Having hosted Carifta in 2024, Grenada's decision to once again take on this responsibility of hosting in 2026 speaks volumes of your leadership, your organizational capacity, and your unwavering dedication to the development of youth and sport. It is a powerful statement of your belief in the Carifta movement and in the value of giving our young athletes a platform to shine.
President of the Grenada Athletic Association, Conrad Francis, underscored the significance of the platform in showcasing Caribbean youth talent. The Carifta game epitomized the spirit of competition, perseverance, and unity among our young athletes. He says that the Grenada Athletic Association stands ready to host a spectacular event.
Our readiness. The organizing framework from 2024 Games was never dismantled, making it easy to reactivate our operations. Fourthly, our unmatched hospitality, the warmth and friendliness of our people continue to make Grenada a favorite destination. Since the announcement of our hosting, we have hit the ground running.
Vida Bruno Victor, chair of the local organizing committee, expressed her excitement and gratitude for the collaborative effort in bringing the Games to Grenada. This is a proud moment for Grenada, she says, as her committee is committed to making this memorable experience for athletes and spectators alike.
Today's athletes are tomorrow's Olympians. Therefore, I encourage all of Grenada to come out, witness the Games, and support every athlete proudly competing for their countries. Your support will mean the world to them. And I am sure that in the future, you will probably say, I remember that athlete. He or she competed in the Carifta Games, which we held in Grenada. So we want you to remember that. We have spoken to them about reduced rates and charters for the Games. We will inform our NACAC family, they are listening, as soon as we start our info sessions not too soon from now.
Representatives from various sponsors also attended as the countdown begins, and Grenada stands proud and ready to demonstrate that passion truly drives performance. For GIS News, I am Sherian Noel.
Thank you, Sherian. Grenada is committed to lend immediate support to the governments and people of Jamaica, Cuba, the Bahamas, Bermuda, and other countries following the devastation caused by Category 5 Hurricane Melissa earlier this week. The hurricane made landfall on Tuesday in Jamaica, leaving parts of the island almost unrecognizable. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell on Wednesday, during another in a series of national town hall meetings, announced that the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management in Jamaica has submitted a needs list for the island to garner support. Prime Minister Mitchell said NADMA Coordinator Dr. Terence Walters will lead the emergency project to assist Jamaica and the other islands affected by Hurricane Melissa. An assessment is currently being done on NADMA's stocks at the storeroom and warehouse to compile enough supplies to ship to the islands.
And they have sent us a detailed needs list of the support that our brothers and sisters in Jamaica need at this point in time. And by extension, the support is going to be replicated in Cuba, in the Bahamas. And so we need to make sure that we lead in supporting this request. It is a detailed list. We will circulate it wide and far. I have tasked the director of NADMA to lead the OECS effort to make sure that regionally we can ramp up the supplies that we can gather. We can find the appropriate logistics to help support our brothers and sisters in Jamaica. It is going to be a long and extensive climb back for Jamaica. This was a Category 5 hurricane that went directly over the island. So the damage is going to be enormous. And it's only day one since the hurricane passed. They are essentially only now in assessment stage. A lot of the roads are blocked and impassable. Many of the citizens are still cut off. Most of the island is without electricity. And Jamaica is a much larger island than Grenada. So if you imagine the devastation that we would have had in St. Patrick and in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, you have to imagine this 1,000 times fold. So it is going to be a major, major challenge, and they will certainly need our prayers and our support.
Grenada will also provide financial assistance. According to Prime Minister Mitchell, countries like Jamaica and Cuba quickly ran to Grenada's aid in 2024 following the devastation caused by Hurricane Beryl.
We are also going to discuss at the cabinet level what direct financial support we can provide, as I said, to our brothers and sisters, not only in Jamaica, but in the Bahamas, in Cuba, in Turks and Caicos Islands that have been impacted by this storm. And so when we get the needs list from the other islands, we will be asking the public, the private sector, to help volunteer your time as well as we collect items, as we pack them, and as we ship them off to our brothers and sisters. So it is a very long list, very detailed. We will circulate it on social media. We will put it in the press. We only received it today. And we will ask you to ask our family members in the diaspora as well, particularly in Miami and in Florida because of the closeness to the northern islands, to join the relief efforts, to volunteer the time, to make sure that we give back generously, given the tremendous support that we received from our brothers and sisters when we went through a difficult time. And we have to remember that we are still dealing with the consequences of Hurricane Beryl here in Grenada.
You're watching the GIS News. We'll have more news after the break.
Climate change is significantly altering hurricane behavior. Warmer ocean temperatures, driven by global warming, provide more energy for developing storms, often resulting in increased intensity and frequency of storms and hurricanes, heavier rainfall. Warmer air holds more moisture, leading to heavier downpours and flooding. Some storms are stalling, causing prolonged damage in localized areas. Hurricanes are forming earlier into and outside of the traditional June to November window. Preparedness must be year-round with a multi-hazard focus. Prepared communities are stronger communities, but preparedness begins with you.
A message from the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA.
Climate change is real, bringing hotter days and less rain. Less rain means less water, so it's crucial for us to conserve water at home. When washing my vehicle, I use a bucket with rainwater that I have stored. This is how I save water. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back. Citizens who have gone above and beyond the call of duty and made outstanding contributions to the nation's development in various fields were honored during an investiture ceremony on Tuesday. Governor General Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagrenade presided over the event to recognize the 2025 King's New Year's Honors awardees. She congratulated the recipients and encouraged them to wear their insignia with pride as a badge of honor and a source of inspiration and motivation to others.
Investiture ceremonies are not only meaningful to the recipients of the awards, their families and friends, but also to our society as a whole. They are a formal expression of the difference that the commitment, dedication, and service of our outstanding men and women are making to the well-being of our nation and its people. These awards are tangible expressions of our gratitude for your outstanding work and utmost dedication to serving our nation. By devoting your time and energy to a particular cause, by demonstrating vision, passion, and commitment to your career, profession, or business, by striving for excellence, by displaying great generosity of spirit, and working selflessly to improve the lives of others, you have helped weave the threads that bind our society together, strengthened our social fabric, and served as exemplars of the finest ideals and principles to our country upholds. I encourage you to wear your insignia as a badge of honor, as it will serve as a powerful source of inspiration and motivation to those who seek to emulate you.
Among the honorees was former Ambassador and High Commissioner Ruth Elizabeth Rouse, who was appointed an Officer of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, OBE, in recognition of her dedicated and long-standing service to Grenada.
I was just awarded with an OBE, Officer of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, and I am indeed honored to have been recognized for my service, my public service over so many years. It has always been a passion to do my daily duties, to perform to the best of my ability. And I recall my mother always said to me, an honest day's work for an honest day's pay. For my many years serving in the diplomatic service, it was usually more than a day. It was days and nights and weekends and bank holidays, but I was happy.
The 2025 New Year's Honors recognized Annie Rush Bain and MacDonald Anthony Cadeau, members of the Most Excellent British Empire, for their dedicated and long-standing service to Grenada.
I was one of the founders in the friendship group, and we did a lot of fundraising. And because of the fundraising that we did, I was able to give some donation to the hospital, when it was there, and then the airport.
At Government House today, and that we were invested with the medals. And I think it's an avenue that younger people will look forward to coming in, you know. And because I have had some connection with young people for which, and also the elderly. I used to be the president of ECHO, and you know, that sort of thing. So I think it's a worthy exercise, and I appreciate every moment. And grant that the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique will understand that we have a work to do to get the youths on stream and in favor of those things that are conducive to good Grenadianship.
Among the honorees, Keith Williams, recognized for his dedication and long-standing service to Grenada in the area of culture. He was invested as a member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, MBE, at Windsor Castle on October 8, 2025.
I received the MBE for my contribution to culture over the past 36 years. My involvement in the culture was really my commitment to serve. And I serve not looking for any award, but just giving back to the younger people and to the older people too of Grenada. I would like to continue to encourage people to just serve, and the rewards will then come to you.
British Empire Medals BEM were awarded to Barbara Ann Fraser Buckmeyer for her contributions to sports administration, Marcia Sonia Jones for her service in nursing, and Cecil Gittens for his distinguished military service.
I received the award, British Empire Medal. I am happy to receive that medal. It is for community service. I have served my community well. I was a member of the St. George's Lions Club and the Youth Club. A member of the Springs Belmont Neighborhood of Association. We did community service, help the elderly, the poor.
My whole vision as a young person growing up since in St. Rose Modern Secondary School, where I attained my academics, secondary academics, I was always longing to work with the elderly, and I got the opportunity to do that by forming Latina Group on the 26th of August 2006, and have been working with 3 objectives: the spiritual, the social, and the health and wellness aspect.
I am happy about receiving something, especially something tangible, something I can hold for doing such. I always interested in youth. I always lecture to youths. I lectured to all secondary school and primary school on the Eastern Bloc, from Montrose to Queen's Park. And I was in the police force, I was very eager to teach people what I learned.
The late Lynette Ann Edwards was invested posthumously for her dedicated and long-standing service to Grenada in the arts. The award was received by her sister, Phyllis Francis. Continuing the news, Grenada's fiscal position remains comfortable with the proven effectiveness of the post-disaster financing framework and prudent saving. Excerpts from the International Monetary Fund's report on Grenada's economic performance following a meeting earlier this week with Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Finance Minister Honorable Dennis Cornwall, and other senior officials. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell welcomes the IMF's report and commends the Minister of Finance and his team for keeping Grenada on a sustainable path. He addressed the country's ability to effectively manage its finances, even in the midst of economic shocks, geopolitical tension, and buffers.
Economic activity remains robust, with strong construction and other domestic sectors helping to offset moderating growth in tourism. Grenada's fiscal position remains comfortable, with the proven effectiveness of its post-disaster financing framework and prudent savings of recent citizenship by investment revenues, providing space for continued development priority investments. Some people have been talking about you have a lot of money and where the money and they ain't spending and they ain't spending. Well, old people tell you, you have to save for a rainy day. And we need to understand that if you do not save for a rainy day, It is not just rainy days that are coming. It is Category 5 hurricanes that are coming. If we do not save and have buffers and put something aside and feel because you have money you should spend it, Crapo will smoke your pipe. So the Minister of Finance and his team have continued to ensure that they manage our finances well. They have continued to ensure that we have buffers in place, that we save, so that when we have the hurricanes, when we have the economic shocks, when we have health disruptions, when you have tariffs and embargoes and geopolitical tensions and war and sanctions, that Grenada will be able to ride through the storm.
Things are happening. The government is boosting confidence, attracting investor spending, and prioritizing investment.
The Minister of Education transferred in excess of the Ministry of Agriculture transferred in excess of over $34 million in cash directly to farmers. Cash, not credit. $34 million. Where did this money come from? We didn't get it from the IMF. We didn't borrow it from no bank. It is because we were putting aside things for a rainy day. It is because we were paying for the catastrophic risk insurance to make sure that if a Category 3 or 4 hurricane hit Grenada, we had the funding necessary to make sure we could take care of persons like farmers and fishermen who would be impacted as a result of the hurricane. You've heard how many houses were built. Where the money coming from to build it? So we need to understand. You hear about the schools, the roads. You see the significant pipelaying infrastructure work that is taking place throughout the length and breadth of Grenada. It is because of the careful management by the Ministry of Finance that we are able to ensure that economic activity remains robust, construction remains robust, other domestic sectors remain robust, and that the international community has the confidence in Grenada. That is why the Project Polaris team is well on its way to securing the funding, approximately $250 million to build the Project Polaris Hospital. So there are a lot of people who always want to talk about the economy. Things are happening.
Government officials also met with representatives from the Caribbean Development Bank and the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. It's been described as a transformative partnership in healthcare, education, and clinical collaboration. The Ministry of Health has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Anne and Robert Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago. The Chicago-based hospital has been sending medical professionals to Grenada since 2024 and has completed about 4 missions to date. This new agreement formalizes the partnership and reinforces both parties' commitment to enhancing healthcare delivery, professional development, and global health learning. Chief Nursing Officer in the Ministry of Health, Nesta Edwards, says the agreement will greatly benefit nurses in Grenada.
The Lurie Children's Hospital has been collaborating, as Sister Martin Charles says, with the Ministry of Health in terms of helping us to improve the quality of our services. They have been in the clinical areas working alongside our nurses, providing, important guidance, and it's a sharing learning where both parties benefit from that relationship. It focuses on continuing professional development, exchange programs where, as I mentioned, our nurses can benefit from short-term, clinical attachment with the Lurie Children's Hospital, right? It also focuses a lot on quality improvement, quality assurance in terms of patient safety. We know that's a very important indicator in terms of the quality of services that we provide. And the Ministry of Health has this as one of its priority, improving services.
The signing paves the way for local nurses to access specialized training opportunities from experts at Lurie Children's Hospital. Chief Nursing Officer at Lurie's, Dr. Brian Sahulak, noted the signing reflects a strong commitment to support the growth and development of Grenada's health sector.
It was 2 years ago when we were thinking about coming to Grenada to really help support the capacity and build some education and training programs with your organizations, not only here at the hospital, but at some of the community health organizations. And it really was a great partnership at that time for us to learn from you to learn from us, and welcome us with really open arms at that time to trust us enough to be able to come and do the education. We've now brought 4 groups back. It's a total of more than 40 nurses have come to really help support that. What we've learned has been a tremendous amount about ourselves and about the importance of nurses and the role that nurses play within an organization. You know, the health and well-being of nurses really drives the health and well-being of a country. So for us, it's important to ensure that we're sharing some of those tools to keep one another healthy, and make sure that we're supporting your continued goals that you have. So for me, I think that this signing today is very significant in the sense that I think it is more than just signing a piece of paper. It's a commitment to one another to continue to learn and train with each other, and to support you when you have some issues, or for us to have that same support as we're moving forward. And I think that we have really felt very welcomed in, and I think the engagement that we felt and the gratitude has been something that we really appreciate. And thank you guys a lot.
The agreement outlines several strategic areas for collaboration, including structured educational programs that will pair experienced Lurie Children's staff with Grenadian healthcare professionals to deliver training in leadership, patient safety, and quality improvement. Other areas of cooperation include clinical and theoretical education, nursing staff exchanges, governance and oversight, monitoring and evaluation, and initiatives to improve safety and health outcomes. The Youth in Agriculture project, funded by CARICOM Development Fund and the Government of Grenada, with an investment to date of over $2 million, is now moving its drive to Carriacou and Petite Martinique to engage approximately 30 young persons in its agriculture entrepreneurship program. The program exposes young persons between the ages of 18 and 35 to training in the areas of crop production, livestock management, and agro-processing. Details in this report.
Over 60 agribusiness entrepreneurs on mainland Grenada are currently undergoing assessment and certification with the National Training Agency under the Youth in Agriculture program, spearheaded by the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry. The program, which was launched in February 2023, cements government's commitment to broadening youth engagement in agriculture, thereby reinforcing focus on food security, tied with the strategic goal of safeguarding the development of the agriculture sector. With the initial batch of entrepreneurs well on their way to completing business plans for grant funding, the Youth in Agriculture program is now shifting gears to the Sister Isles.
Presently, we are making preparations to go to Carriacou. The project caters for Carriacou and Petite Martinique as well. We had our consultation with the young persons in Carriacou, and we are going up to have what we call an orientation. This would be on the 5th of November, 10 a.m. at the Mermaid Conference Room. The purpose of the orientation is to meet with the young persons within the different categories and to basically share the training plan for the implementation of the agriculture entrepreneurship training within the project.
The Youth in Agriculture program is rolled out in partnership with the National Training Agency, the Grenada Industrial Development Corporation, and the Grenada Development Bank. Ms. Lewis also provided an update on those currently engaged under the program.
The final step would be the accessing of the finance within the project, so they would have access to loans and grants within the project. So the project is ongoing. The support we are getting, the young people are very enthusiastic about the project, and the project also gives them opportunity when it arises within the Ministry of Agriculture to build themselves. We have persons who went to China, we have persons who We have one young man who sits on the CARICOM advisory body. So the project is not only about the implementation, but we are building and we are holding the hands of our young persons so that they would continue to contribute to the agriculture sector.
Phase 2 on the Sister Isles would move the program closer to its intended target of engaging approximately 100 youths nationwide.
So far, we have 30 persons who have been registered and who met the criteria to be a part of the training. So with that said, it would bring us back to our target that we have initially set out to do. So we are looking for the successful implementation of the Youth in Agriculture Entrepreneurship Training in Carriacou and PT Martinique.
Extension officers attached to the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry, who on a daily basis interact with established farmers, also benefit from capacity building training exercises under the Youth in Agriculture program. Betty and Lazarus, Communications Coordinator, Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry.
The GIS News will continue after the break.
Climate change is significantly altering hurricane behavior. Warmer ocean temperatures, driven by global warming, provide more energy for developing storms, often resulting in increased intensity and frequency of storms and hurricanes, heavier rainfall. Warmer air holds more moisture, leading to heavier downpours and flooding. Some storms are stalling, causing prolonged damage in localized areas. Hurricanes are forming earlier into and outside of the traditional June to November window. Preparedness must be year-round with a multi-hazard focus. Prepared communities are stronger communities, but preparedness begins with you.
A message from the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA.
Are you thinking about buying a vehicle? Did you find a company on social media? Stop. It may be a scam. Look out for the following red flags. Is the price lower than other dealers? Does it seem too good to be true? Are you sending the monies to the US even though you are ordering the vehicle from Japan? Does the address on the invoice match the address on the payment details? Are conversations limited to WhatsApp text? Is there a sense of urgency placed on you by the seller? You are about to be scammed. Do not take your hard-earned cash or even worse, a loan to send to these scammers. Once the money leaves Grenada's shores, you are not likely to get it back. Consider buying a vehicle already on island from an individual or a car dealer. Beware of these scammers. If in doubt, it's best to stay out. A message from the Financial Intelligence Unit.
Welcome back. Grenada's Chief Cultural Officer Kelvin Jacob delivered the feature address at the World Poetry Dance, Music and Visual Arts Salon of the recently held Lianzhou Forum in China. Guided by the theme Shared Beauty, Shared Civilization, the event brought together cultural ambassadors and creators from across the world with a shared vision to build stronger bridges to connect cultures.
Long before we traded goods, we traded songs. Long before treaties, we shared stories. Long before maps, we danced our identity into the earth. Poetry, dance, music, and visual art are the original bridges between cultures. They teach us to see through another's eyes. They allow us to feel what statistics cannot express. They remind us that before we are citizens of nations, we are citizens of the imagination.
Jacob praised the Grenada's relationship with China as one that goes beyond diplomatic ties and allows both countries to learn new artistic forms while benefiting from the power of collaboration.
Grenadian artists have traveled to China for training, residencies, concerts, and cultural exchange programs, returning with new techniques and profound respect for Chinese artistry. At international expos, and celebratory events, we have shared our steel pan, calypso, and traditional masquerade on Chinese stages, sparking curiosity and admiration. Collaborative performances have shown that the rhythms of the Caribbean and the melodies of China can coexist beautifully on one stage.
The success of CARIFESTA 15, which was held in Barbados in August, was a major highlight of Jacob's speech, emphasizing the significance of large cultural exchange platforms as an avenue to strengthen and renew cultures. He described Grenada as a laboratory of shared civilization.
I speak to you from Grenada, a small island with a vast soul. Like much of the Caribbean, Grenada is a mosaic of Africa, Europe, Asia, and the indigenous Americas. We have proved that when cultures meet, not in conquest, but in creativity, something new and beautiful is born. Our rhythms carry the memory of African drums. Our language dances with French, English, and indigenous echoes. Our festivals, like Spice Mass, fuse masquerade with myth, spirituality with celebration. Our people have learned that diversity is not a challenge, it is our greatest resource. In Grenada, we do not just coexist, we co-create. We are, in many ways, a laboratory of shared civilization.
Finally, in the news, attendees at the just concluded National Education Summit are excited about the prospects for the development of education. They expressed positive reviews of the summit and hopes for what it is intended to achieve. The summit was held under the theme Bridging the Divide, Reimagining Education for a Future-Ready Workforce, and included discussions to explore the role of artificial intelligence and digital transformation in shaping the future of education and training. Annette Moore has the details in this report.
The Ministry of Education, in collaboration with UNESCO, the University of the West Indies Global Campus, and the Grenada National Training Agency, hosted a National Education Summit on October 23rd at the Grenada Trade Center in Montrouge, St. George.
The summit was very excellent. I mean, it was very well executed. And from the GCTVET perspective, I think that we are very pleased with what actually happened here today.
All presentations and discussions integrated cross-cutting themes of sustainability, equity and inclusion, and gender-responsive career guidance. The featured speaker at the event was Vice President and Provost of the University of Technology in Jamaica, Professor Shermaine Barrett, who spoke on the role of education in transforming individuals, communities, and nations. The objectives were to encourage discussion and collaboration between mainstream academia and technical vocational education and training (TVET) stakeholders, to explore the role of artificial intelligence and digital transformation in shaping the future of education and training, and to strengthen the links between education systems and the changing needs of the labor market. Attendees at the event, including major stakeholders in the education sector, inclusive of TVET, expressed positive reviews of the summit and hopes for what it is intended to achieve.
Coming from the hotel and tourism sector, the meeting today was hopeful for me. And I think for our members, because we have already forged very strong partnerships with like TAMCC for culinary and pastry chefs and bartenders and waitering. But I think what is being offered today is a very holistic approach to education in Grenada, and which in turn will produce better HR resources. And that's what I think we ultimately would like to see. Because once you meet a potential employee, you can tell, you know, from the way they may present, the way they introduce themselves. And so you know already where you're at and how much work you have ahead of you. The merging of academics and the skills is very, very needed in Grenada. We are always short somewhere along the line, be it from entertainment to a good electrician. So I think it's a very bold move. It's very hopeful, and I really do hope it's implemented sooner than later, where we can actually derive the benefits from such an initiative.
From the GCT vet perspective, one of the things that we need to do is to ensure that we educate people about TVET. And one of the things that I'm very passionate about is letting people know the benefits of TVET, how it could actually help the nation, the AI in TVET, how we could actually incorporate AI into the TVET system, and how we can actually help us in delivering our TVET courses and our things to our participants and everybody.
Head of the School of Humanities and Education and lecturer in Mathematics and Education at the University of the West Indies, Five Islands Campus, Antigua and Barbuda, Dr. Andrew Hunt, delivered a plenary session on Education in the Era of AI, Strategies for Advancing Teaching and Learning.
I think the AI presentation topped it because we are in that moment where we are forging forward. And I think the way it was presented made it very realistic that, hey, I can text, I can use AI, and I think that is my takeaway, that teachers now can empower the students to be more creative, to not be so shy if they make an error. There's ways to correct everything. And I think my takeaway is that the AI opportunity in the classroom is just phenomenal. I wish I had that when I was going to school.
I think it was very timely. From this, coming out of this, what I can see the NTA doing is being a greater voice for the new qualifications framework that the Grenada National Accreditation Board and NTA is working on. So by so doing, it would be wider knowledge of how the qualifications of a TVET graduate is in line with someone from academia. We need to do a greater job at marketing the qualifications that the NTA offers in all of the different occupational areas, so in all of the different sectors rather, so that it is not just TVET in the sense of plumbing and construction and in those traditional areas, but it is widely known that TVET spans across all different sectors, so that it is not seen as a menial job if you are employed doing a TVET skill.
Next, we have to get going with our policies, our procedures from the board's perspective, and to get TVET actually running. And especially, as I said earlier, one of the things that we need to do is to ensure that we do marketing of TVET, so that we'll take away the stigma of TVET on the population, that TVET is for the so-called duns or the so-called underprivileged children, and that everybody can do TVET and be successful.
I think each presenter was well selected. I think they brought forward a message perfectly. I was most fascinated with Mr. Mohammed and his stats. I think the room had an awe moment when the reality of the need to change our education system was just like highlighted in black and white. And everybody's like, is that Grenada I'm looking at? And I think that moment is when we all realize and accept that we do need to change our education system.
A second presentation was made by Employment and Labor Market Policy Specialist at the International Labour Organization, ILO, Decent Work Team and Office for the Caribbean, Adam Malik Mohammed, who delivered on preparing educators for emerging trends and innovations in the labour market. The event ended with a panel discussion moderated by Christopher Diali involving various officials, including Permanent Secretary with responsibility for human resources and educational development, Elvis Moraine, private sector representatives, Senator the Honorable Salim Rahman, and the speakers of the event. The conversations focused on forging a more integrated, equitable, and future-focused education system where technical and vocational education and training and academic education are viewed as complementary pillars of human capital development. For GIS News, I'm Annette Moore.
Thank you, Annette. That story just ended the GIS News for Thursday, October 30th. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us.